Think you need gunpowder to pack serious stopping power? Think again. These are legitimate, devastatingly powerful weapons that are completely legal in most areas. And yes, you can order them straight to your door from Amazon. From pistols that'll punch through plywood to rifles that can take down big game, we're counting down 13 insane weapons that prove gunpowder is officially obsolete. But stick around, because number 1 on this list is so powerful, it's actually banned in several countries. Let's dive in. CO2 Blowback BB Pistol. We have the CO2 Blowback BB Pistol. Now, I know what you're thinking, a BB pistol at number 13? Hear me out. This isn't your grandfather's Red Ryder. Modern CO2 blowback pistols are engineered for one thing: realistic training and self-defense simulation. These pistols use compressed CO2 cartridges to fire steel BBs at velocities up to 450 feet per second. That's fast enough to penetrate thin materials, and definitely fast enough to make an attacker think twice. The blowback action means the slide actually cycles back with each shot, just like a real firearm. This creates realistic recoil, making it perfect for training without the cost of ammunition. Law enforcement agencies actually use these for scenario-based training. And here's the kicker: some models are so realistic, they're identical in weight and feel to their powder-burning counterparts. You can practice your draw, your trigger control, and your target acquisition for pennies per shot. But we're just getting started, because what comes next makes this BB pistol look like a water gun. UMAREX NOTOS. 22 calories, PCP carbine. At number 12, we're entering PCP territory with the UMAREX NOTOS .22 caliber carbine. PCP stands for pre-charged pneumatic, and it's a complete game-changer in the airgun world. Instead of CO2 cartridges, these weapons use high-pressure air stored in an onboard reservoir. We're talking 3,000 psi here, folks. The NOTOS is compact, lightweight, and whisper quiet. It fires .22 caliber pellets at over 700 feet per second with shocking accuracy. Shooters are reporting 1-inch groups at 50 yards. That's rifle accuracy without any gunpowder involved. The reservoir holds enough air for 20 to 30 powerful shots before needing a refill. You can pump it up with a hand pump or use a scuba tank. What makes this carbine so dangerous? It's the perfect pest control and small game hunting tool. Squirrels, rabbits, raccoons, they don't stand a chance. And because it's so quiet, you can use it in areas where firearms would be prohibited. Urban, suburban, it doesn't matter. Plus, it's magazine-fed for quick follow-up shots. But if you think that's impressive, wait until you see what's climbing up this list. CROSMAN, DPMS, SBR, Full Auto. Number 11 is where things get absolutely wild. The CROSMAN DPMS SBR Full Auto. Yes, you heard that right. Full Auto. This is a fully automatic BB gun that looks and feels like a tactical short-barreled rifle. It runs on CO2 and fires in semi-auto or full auto mode at a blistering rate of 1,400 rounds per minute. That's faster than many actual military firearms. Load up the 25-round magazine, flip the selector to full auto, and you've got yourself a hailstorm of steel BBs downrange. At close range, this thing is devastating against targets. Cardboard, thin wood, aluminum cans, they get absolutely shredded. Shooters love it for backyard plinking and tactical training drills. The best part? It's built on a legit DPMS AR platform, so it accepts real AR accessories. Red dots, tactical lights, foregrips, slings. If it fits on an AR-15, it fits on this. You get all the cool factor of a tactical rifle with none of the regulations. And believe me, we're only scratching the surface of what's possible without gunpowder. LANCEHEAD F1 Crossbow. At number 10, we're switching from air power to pure mechanical energy with the LANCEHEAD F1 Crossbow. Crossbows have been taking down game and enemies for thousands of years. The F1 brings ancient technology into the modern age with devastating results. This crossbow fires bolts at 350 feet per second with 80 pounds of draw weight. That's enough kinetic energy to punch through a deer's ribcage at 40 yards. Hunters use these for big game all the time: deer, hogs, even black bear in some states. The kill is silent, ethical, and absolutely effective. What makes the F1 special is its tactical design. It's compact, lightweight, and comes with a red dot sight for quick target acquisition. You can reload in seconds with the included cocking mechanism. And here's something most people don't realize: crossbow bolts are reusable. Miss your shot? Pull out the bolt and shoot again. Try doing that with a bullet. The psychological factor is real too. There's something primal and intimidating about a crossbow. But as lethal as this medieval weapon is, the next entries are going to blow your mind. OSA PB4 SP. Number 9 takes us into less lethal territory, but don't let that fool you. The OSA PB4 SP is a beast. This is a Russian-made tactical pistol that fires .43 caliber rubber balls, pepper balls, or even paintballs using CO2 power. It's designed for riot control, self-defense, and home protection. Now, you might be thinking, rubber balls don't sound that scary. Wrong. These projectiles leave at over 300 feet per second and will absolutely drop an attacker. We're talking broken ribs, massive bruising, and instant incapacitation. Load it with pepper balls, and you've got a chemical weapon that'll have intruders crying and gasping for air within seconds. The PB4 SP holds 4 rounds in a revolver-style cylinder and looks intimidating as hell. It's built like a tank, all-metal construction, serious weight, real trigger discipline required. Security companies around the world use these for crowd control. Home defenders love them because you get stopping power without the legal nightmare of a lethal shooting. But here's where it gets interesting. Some users load these with custom hard plastic or frozen projectiles, significantly increasing the damage potential. That's definitely entering dangerous territory. And speaking of dangerous, hold on to your seat. HATSAN VELOX. At number 8, the HATSAN VELOX brings Turkish engineering into the high-power airgun market. This is a .22 caliber spring piston rifle that absolutely dominates in its class. Spring piston means no CO2, no pumping, no charging, just cock it and shoot. But don't mistake simple for weak. The VELOX launches pellets at over 1,000 feet per second. That's supersonic. You actually hear the crack as the pellet breaks the sound barrier. At those speeds, this rifle is lethal to medium-sized game out to 75 yards. Coyotes, foxes, groundhogs, ethical kills, every time. What makes the VELOX stand out is its quiet energy technology. An integrated suppressor that tames the massive report down to a loud whisper. Neighbors won't even know you're shooting. It's also incredibly accurate thanks to the adjustable 2-stage trigger and precision barrel. Shooters are stacking pellets on top of each other at 50 yards. And here's a dark thought. Spring piston rifles like this require no compressed gas, no batteries, nothing. As long as you have pellets, you have unlimited shots. In a survival situation, that's invaluable. But we're about to enter the truly big bore territory. FN 303 Tactical. Number 7 is the FN 303 Tactical. And this is where we cross into military and law enforcement hardware. FN HERCULES, the same company that makes weapons for NATO forces, designed this launcher for riot control and less lethal operations. But make no mistake, less lethal does not mean harmless. The FN 303 is a semi-automatic launcher that fires .303 caliber projectiles using compressed air. It holds 15 rounds in a drum magazine and can send rounds downrange at 300 feet per second. You can load it with impact rounds, pepper projectiles, marking rounds, or even CS gas capsules. Police and military units worldwide use these for crowd dispersal and suspect apprehension. The impact rounds hit with enough force to crack bones and cause serious internal injuries. Multiple documented cases exist of people being hospitalized after being hit by FN 303 rounds. The pepper and CS variants? They'll incapacitate an entire room of people in seconds. Civilians can actually own these in many jurisdictions, and they're popular for home defense in areas with strict firearm laws. It's semi-auto, high capacity, and looks like something from a sci-fi movie. Intimidation factor is off the charts. But the big bore airguns coming up make even this military hardware look tame. BINTAC AEA Harpoon. At number 6, we've got something truly unique, the BINTAC AEA Harpoon. This is a big bore air rifle chambered in .50 caliber, and it's specifically designed for one purpose: underwater hunting and land-based big game. Yes, you read that right, underwater hunting. This PCP-powered rifle fires harpoon-style spears and heavy slugs with enough power to take down large fish, alligators, and on land, it'll drop a wild hog without hesitation. The Harpoon generates over 200 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. For reference, that's more energy than many powder-burning handguns. The .50 caliber projectiles are absolutely massive compared to typical airgun ammunition. We're talking serious mass, serious penetration, serious trauma. Benjamin BULLDOG. Number 5, the Benjamin BULLDOG. This is where American engineering meets big bore airgun technology. The BULLDOG is a .357 caliber PCP rifle that has become legendary in the hunting community. This thing takes big game. We're talking deer, hogs, coyotes clean, ethical kills at ranges over 100 yards. The BULLDOG generates over 230 foot-pounds of energy and sends heavy pellets downrange at 900 feet per second. That's devastating terminal ballistics. The massive hollow point pellets expand on impact, creating wound channels comparable to traditional hunting calibers. State wildlife agencies in multiple states have approved the BULLDOG for big game hunting. That tells you everything you need to know about its lethality. It's magazine-fed, holding 5 rounds of .357 Fury. The bullpup design keeps it compact and maneuverable in thick brush. And it's whisper quiet with the included suppressor. You can take a shot without spooking the entire area. Hunters love the BULLDOG because it combines power with practicality. No gunpowder means no cleaning solvents, no corrosive residue, just pure compressed air and dead-on accuracy. But hold on, because the top 4 are absolute monsters. HATSAN Hercules Bully. At number 4, the HATSAN Hercules Bully lives up to its name. This is a .45 caliber PCP rifle that generates over 300 foot-pounds of energy. That's not a typo. 300 foot-pounds from compressed air. At that power level, you're exceeding many centerfire rifle calibers in terms of raw impact energy. The Hercules is built for African plains game. People are taking these rifles on safari and successfully harvesting animals up to the size of warthogs and large antelope. The .45 caliber slugs are absolutely devastating, creating massive wound channels and delivering instant, humane kills. What separates the Hercules from everything else is its 2-stage power adjustment. You can tune it down for small game or crank it to maximum for dangerous animals. The side lever action allows for rapid follow-up shots, and the 10-shot magazine means you've got plenty of firepower for any situation. The Bully variant features a bullpup configuration, making this powerhouse incredibly compact. You get full-length barrel performance in a package shorter than most traditional rifles. For hunters pursuing dangerous game in thick cover, this is a dream setup. But we're not done yet. GAMO Swarm Whisper. Number 3 might surprise you, the GAMO Swarm Whisper. This is a .22 caliber break barrel rifle, which sounds modest compared to what we just covered. But the Swarm Whisper has a feature that makes it incredibly dangerous: a 10-shot rotary magazine and whisper quiet suppression. Here's why that matters. Traditional break barrel rifles are single shot. The Swarm Whisper lets you fire 10 rounds as fast as you can break the barrel and chamber the next shot. In a defensive situation, that's 10 opportunities to stop a threat. For pest control, that's 10 shots before reloading. And it does all this while being quieter than any other break barrel on the market. The Whisper technology uses a combination of barrel design and integrated suppression to reduce the report to an almost silent whoosh. You can shoot this in your backyard and the neighbors will think you're using a pellet gun, which technically you are. But at 1,250 feet per second, this is no toy. The accuracy is surgical. The IGT gas piston system provides consistent velocity shot after shot. And because it's a break barrel, you never need to worry about CO2 or pumping. Just break, load, shoot. In a survival scenario or extended emergency, this rifle would be invaluable. But the top 2? They're in a league of their own. UMAREX Hammer. Number 2 is the UMAREX Hammer, and this rifle is an absolute freak of nature. This is a .50 caliber, that's 50 caliber, folks PCP rifle that generates over 700 foot-pounds of energy. That's more power than a .44 Magnum revolver. From an airgun, the Hammer was specifically designed for one purpose: taking down the biggest game in North America. Elk, moose, black bear, even bison. This rifle has done it all. The massive 50 caliber slugs weigh up to 550 grains and impact with enough force to drop a 1,000-pound animal in its tracks. What makes the Hammer truly insane is that it achieves this power without any gunpowder, primers, or explosive materials. It's purely compressed air released in a catastrophic burst behind a massive projectile. The rifle holds enough air for 2 full power shots before needing a refill. That's actually a feature, not a bug. You don't need more than 2 shots when each one hits with the force of a freight train. The Hammer represents the absolute pinnacle of big-bore airgun technology. But there's one rifle that's even more devastating. Air Force TEXAN. And here we are, at number 1, the Air Force TEXAN. This is hands down the most powerful production air rifle on the planet. Available in .357, .457, and .50 caliber, The TEXAN generates over 800 foot-pounds of energy in its largest configuration. That's more power than most hunting rifles. From air, the TEXAN has taken every game animal in North America: deer, elk, hogs, bear, bison. There's documented evidence of successful, ethical kills on all of them. International hunters have used TEXANs on African plains game with devastating results. This rifle is proof that you absolutely do not need gunpowder to harvest even the largest and most dangerous animals. What makes the TEXAN the ultimate air-powered weapon? Versatility. You can tune the power up or down. You can shoot cast-lead bullets, precision slugs, or even custom projectiles. The single-shot design might seem like a disadvantage, but when you're sending a 200-grain slug at 1,000 feet per second, you rarely need a second shot. The TEXAN is essentially a 50-state legal big-game rifle that requires no licensing, no registration, and can be delivered to your door. The fact that this much power is accessible without any gunpowder is both amazing and, depending on your perspective, a little terrifying. So there you have it, 13 devastating weapons that prove gunpowder is optional. From tactical BB guns to big-bore monsters that'll drop a buffalo, the technology in non-powder firearms has exploded in recent years. If you found this list insane, smash that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Drop a comment and let me know which weapon surprised you the most. And hey, always remember, with great power comes great responsibility. These weapons are legal in most places, but that doesn't mean they should be taken lightly. Until next time, stay safe and stay legal.